Hey there, ladies. Happy Wednesday. I am at the pool trying to soak up the last little bits of summer while the pool's still open. So there should be some background noise, but I really wanted to take a moment to give a synopsis of last night's training. It went almost 90 minutes, which I didn't intend. I thought it would take about 45 minutes tops. But realized that when I started diving into each hormone, how they work together, how to best approach shifting each hormone and incorporating those changes in your lifestyle, it was a lot more complicated, not in the sense of it being impossible to do, but in the sense of that the nuances were important. And it was so important for me to get those nuances across. But what I realized is all I needed to give you was the facts, the straightforward, this helps this helps that. And you didn't necessarily need to know all the science. It's one of the main reasons actually that I am only offering the supported guided 21-day challenge to my clients, because it's important that they work through each hormone and its important shift in the efforts to change the hormone in a supported way that works for their lifestyle and it's the right approach. So I tried to go into a little too much detail last night. If you geek out on nutrition and science and biology, go listen to it. I am happy with the information that I portrayed, but I think for the general population, it was a little much. So here's your synopsis. 21-day hormone reset. The intention of it is to put your hormones in the happiest position possible for you to have energy, for you to have better moods, for you to have mental clarity, and for weight to not hang on you like baggage. So hormones are an underlying reason that a lot of women struggle to lose weight despite their greatest efforts. Yes, calories in, calories out matters, but honestly, if your calories out, which is dictated by your metabolism, which is dictated by your hormones, is kind of screwed up, you're gonna have a problem with that approach. And side note, men have it a lot easier. So this hormone approach essentially detoxifies his body, has your hormones communicating like a happy married couple to one another so that they can get things done. Let's think of it more like a business. You have all your employees, all your managers working together and creating a beautiful product, which is your healthy living self. Okay, so synopsis. 21 days, 7 hormones, 3 days for each hormone, because that's about how long it takes for that hormone to reset and shift. Not exactly the way that it goes, but essentially give you enough time to see and feel the change. 3 days. So number 1, we're attacking estrogen, not attacking it, we're supporting it. And with that, we're going to take a meatless approach. So meat has a lot of connection with hormone, and it's not necessarily no meat. What it is no red meat, no processed meat, no high fat meat. So what you can eat is lean chicken breast, lean turkey, cold water fish, healthy plant sources of protein. You're good to go. Hormone number 2 is insulin. We're taking a sugar-free approach for this. So this means no added sugar, including healthy sources such as maple syrup and honey. Also no artificial sugars. That's for a little bit of a different reason, but tasting sweet things still activates insulin. So you have to remember that. So insulin resistance is one of the leading causes of overweight, of obesity in women. And so many of us are struggling with it and not even knowing. So if you suspect that you have insulin resistance, schedule a call with me. We'll talk through some of your symptoms and we'll see if that's the culprit. But addressing sugar, added sugar in your diet isn't the first way to do that. I have a PDF that I'm going to attach for all of this information written out. Hormone number 3 is going to be cortisol. So not cortisol yet. Hormone number 3 is going to be leptin. That is your full hormone, the hormone that tells you you're full. And we're going to tackle this hormone by reducing fructose, which is one of the worst sugars. Fructose in our fruit and processed foods that we have today, such as like high fructose corn syrup, is one of the biggest culprits of weight gain and hunger numbing. So we find that we are numbed to our ability to sense hunger. And that is a big problem, right? Not only that, but fructose increases is almost immediately goes to fat, just the way it processes. And so not only is it numbing your hunger, but all the calories that you're taking in are essentially going straight to fat when you have excess fructose. Not when you have a little bit, but when you have excess. So fruits are not demonized. I don't want to demonize them, but they are an important element of that. More so the added fructose in things that we eat, like soda and flavored, sweetened beverages and foods. Hormone number 3 that we're going to work on is cortisol. We're doing that with a caffeine-free approach. Now, caffeine specifically isn't the culprit of cortisol. Actually, there's a lot of things that we're going to be that in the first 3 that we're working on that will address cortisol at this point. But caffeine can be a big cortisol booster, meaning it's a stress booster. So you don't have to eliminate it right off the bat, cold turkey, step into it. But by addressing caffeine in your diet, you can find a lot more success with managing your stress hormones. And stress leads to weight gain. If you want to listen to the science of why, listen to the longer post that I made yesterday. Hormone number 5 is going to be thyroid. So we're doing this with a grain-free approach. There's a lot of science of why grains, and gluten especially, is connected to thyroid imbalance. Grains cause inflammation. Grains, especially refined grains, refined carbohydrates, are a huge hit on our blood sugars, which is a hit on our insulin, and insulin causes, high insulin, especially insulin resistance, causes fat gain. So grains are going to be eliminated in that 5th stage. 7, we're going to tackle HGH. This is human growth hormone, and we're going to do that doing dairy-free. There's a lot of human growth hormone in dairy because farmers feed it to their cows to make them enormous, to make them produce more milk, and then of course it goes into their milk, and then when we ingest that milk, we get enormous. Not great. Not only that, but dairy tends to be inflammatory for a lot of people. We just don't have, a lot of us don't have the lactase, the enzyme that is needed to process lactose, the sugars in milk. So even over time, we begin to develop a sensitivity to it. So dairy-free is the next one. I've seen a lot of positive results from my clients from eliminating dairy for a stretch of time. So I anticipate that one being a big one for most people. The final one is testosterone, and we are going to tackle it by doing a toxin-free. Now, toxin-free doesn't necessarily relate directly to testosterone, but toxin-free is connecting the big picture, the entire web, putting everything in a beautiful concert of synergy in your hormones. And testosterone just gets kind of pulled along with that. So toxin-free, we're eliminating not only toxins that are on the fruit that we eat, like pesticides and fertilizers, but we're also going to eliminate the toxins that you have in your skin products, in detergents that you use, and cleaning products at home. Our skin is very, very, very absorbent. And so anytime we come into contact with these toxins, we're processing them. Anytime we breathe in a pollutant, we're processing it. And our body becomes this like filter, and it can get backed up. So a toxin-free approach for that last step is the best way to begin to allow that filter to relieve itself, to begin to clean itself out, which our body can do, but if we constantly bombard it with toxins, we're in big trouble. So that's it in a nutshell. That's what I'm covering with the ladies in my group. And if you would like to start your Powerhouse journey with this amazing kickoff with a 21-day hormone reset challenge, please, please, please don't hesitate to schedule a call. It's just 15 minutes. It's a completely free call. I won't even say, oh, you need to buy this program. I'm not going to push towards that. We're going to see if it is a good fit for you. Because if this is what is the answer to most of your weight struggles, your energy struggles, your being able to build a routine, a healthy routine easily struggles, if this could make this exponentially easier and faster, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like a different person. You can't, like, there's no downside to that. So I would love to talk through with the symptoms, the struggles, the things that you are facing in your lifestyle to see if this is a good fit. I would be happy to be in your corner either way, from that 15-minute call and then potentially into, if it's something that I can support you on, a free full 60-minute coaching call. If that's where that road takes us, you will walk away from that 60-minute coaching call with everything you need to know to move forward. And that's either with support and guidance from our coaching program or without. Doesn't matter to me. It matters that you get the help that you need. But information is free. I'm trying to give as much free information as I possibly can to support my community, my sisters, the women out there who are fighting the good fight every day. So reach out. I'm going to put a link in the comments to schedule a free 15-minute consultation just to see if this is a good approach for you and to give you some pointers to make sure that you feel momentum finally. All right. The group challenge starts September 12th. So please, 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 please book your call ASAP so we can get you doing the challenge along with a group, which of course provides so much more support. All right, ladies, 11 minutes. I was aiming for 5. So this is better than 90 minutes I did last night. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening. I'm going to post a link up here. Number 1, to schedule a call. Number 2, to see the synopsis of last night in writing. And then don't forget that there are also other little resources that we have along with it. Powerhouse metabolic workouts, a AM, PM routine, all those things. So, all right, talk soon.